I don't need a day more than 4 years.
But I'm saying that any politician that comes to you and says, I'm going to do only one term, that's a sign of desperation.
You come to people and say, I will do only one term. Anybody, any politician who said that must be sent to a psychiatric home. The person must have some mental problem.
My people, Mr. B has finally replied. Yes, he has replied. This time not with insult, not with empty drama, but with calm truth and wisdom. He has replied Charles Soludo and Reuben Abati for calling him mad, for calling him trickish, and for dragging his name across social media like he's a clown on a political stage. But today, Obi turns the table and exposes their myopic mindset, their short-sighted attack, and their senseless criticism, all because one man dared to say something different, something rare, something bold. I will serve only one term of 4 years, and that vow is sacrosanct. Now wait a minute. Why do Nigerian politicians always insult each other? Why do they attack with words like children fighting over bread? Why do they call names instead of answering the message? Why? Because in a land where honesty sounds strange and truth looked like madness, anyone who speaks from the heart is called a liar, or worse, mentally unstable. So my people, don't go anywhere. Just listen carefully to the full statement by P2B and stay right there, because after that we are going to analyze it line by line. Yes, every single word, and we'll ask the questions that matter. Are P2B's dreams achievable? Can one man fix Nigeria in just 4 years? Is he truly different or just another sweet talker? We want to hear from you. You are welcome to the show. Let the truth speak. Let the analysis begin. Drop your thoughts in the comment section as we go. Remember, this is Ecomania Gist TV, and this is the truth, raw and unfiltered. Now, let me read Mr. P2B's words, his statement, word for word. Then we go on with the analysis. Obi replies Soludo on his one tenor and psychiatric jam. As Mr. P2B wrote, my one term, 4 years vow is sacrosanct. One of the greatest American presidents, Abraham Lincoln, served only 4 years, yet his legacy endured as a model of principled leadership. Another iconic figure, John F. Kennedy, did not even complete a full term, yet his vision and ideas continue to inspire generations. In Africa, Nelson Mandela, revered globally as a symbol of justice and reconciliation, chose to serve only one term as president of South Africa, despite immense public pressure to stay longer. His decision was a deliberate act of leadership, a statement that power must serve the people, not the self. Indeed, history shows that the longer many African leaders remain in power, the more likely they are to be corrupted by it. Longevity in office is not a mark of success. Rather, it is purposeful, accountable service, however brief, that defines true statesmanship. It is within this context that I reiterate my vow. I will serve only one term of 4 years if elected president, and that vow is sacrosanct. I am fully aware that the decay in our society has made trust one of the scarcest and most skeptical viewed commodities. Many Nigerians understandably no longer take politicians at their word. But even in this climate of cynicism, there are still a few whose actions have matched their words, whose integrity is built on veritable precedents. Recently, I became aware of two statements aimed, albeit indirectly, at my vow to serve only a single 4-year term. One person remarked that even if I swore by a shrine, I still wouldn't be believed. Another suggests that anyone talking about doing only one term should undergo psychiatric evaluation. I understand the basis of their skepticism. They are judging me by their own standard, where political promises are made to be broken, but they forgot, or perhaps chose to ignore, that P2B is not cut from that cloth. I have a veritable track record that speaks louder than speculations. In my political life, my word is my bond. When I entered politics in Anambra State, I made a clear and measurable promise to the people to improve education and healthcare, to open up rural areas through road construction, and to manage public funds with prudence. I fulfilled each of these promises without deviation. I did not swear by a shrine, nor have I been certified mentally unstable as a result of honoring my word. My vow to serve only one term of 4 years is a solemn commitment rooted in my conviction that purposeful, transparent leadership does not require an eternity. If making such a promise qualified me for psychiatric evaluation, then we may as well question the mental fitness of those who framed our constitution, which clearly stipulates a 4-year renewal tenure. I maintain without equivocation, if elected, I will not spend a day longer than 4 years in office. In fact, I believe that service should be impactful, not eternal. We must rebuild trust in our country. I have dedicated my public life to demonstrating that leadership with integrity is not a might. I have done it before, and I do not intend to betray that trust under any circumstance. 48 months is enough for any leader who is focused and prepared to make a meaningful difference. In that time, I intend not merely to make an impression, but to deliver on concrete promises to sanitize our government system, tackle insecurity through effective and accountable use of national resources, prioritize education, healthcare, and poverty alleviation, catalyze small businesses as engines of growth, and combat corruption with unflinching resolve. Above all, I will dedicate myself to transforming Nigeria from a consuming nation into a productive one, where agriculture, technology, and manufacturing replace rent seeking and waste as our national anchors. These are not utopia dreams. They are realistic, actionable goals that are achievable within 4 years. A new Nigeria is possible. Peter Gregory Obi. P2B has finally spoken, and not with noise, not with anger, but with deep calm, boldness, and confidence that could shake the root of Nigerian politics. In his long, careful word statement, Obi didn't just answer critics like Soludo and Abati. He laid down a blueprint of leadership that many Nigerian politicians have failed to show us for decades. And let's ask ourselves first, is it possible for someone to rule Nigeria for only 4 years and bring real change? P2B says yes. And not only did he say yes, he vowed with his full chest that he will serve only one term if elected president. Not 5 years, not 8, just 4. He calls this vow sacrosanct. That means sacred, unbreakable, and final. Now let's go into the message and why this could be the most important promise ever made by a Nigerian politician. First, Obi start by reminding us of the great men in history: Abraham Lincoln of America, John F. Kennedy, and Nelson Mandela. These men didn't need forever in office to change their nations. Lincoln spent just 4 years and left a legacy that shaped America. Mandela spent only one term, even though millions begged him to stay. But he walked away to teach Africans that leadership is not by force, it is by service. So I ask you watching now, why do we as Nigerians believe that only a long stay in power means impact? Do you agree that the longer some people stay, the more corrupt they become? PWB believes this is part of our sicknesses as a nation, and he is offering a cute, short, focused, and transparent leadership. He even said it himself. Service should be impactful, not eternal. Can we pause here? Ask yourself, if you were given just 4 years to rule, what would you do differently? Drop your answer in the comment section. Now, critics didn't keep quiet. Soludo, the sitting governor of Anambra State, mocked him openly. He said, anyone talking of one term needs psychiatric evaluation. Imagine that. A man says he wants to serve and go, and your response is to call him mad. Abati even said that even if Obi swore by a shrine, nobody will believe him. But Obi didn't fight back with insult. Instead, he replied with facts, calm, confident, and composed. He said, they are judging me by their own standard, where political promises are made to be broken. Do you agree with that? That most politicians lie because they think everyone else is like them. Let me know what you think. Obi reminded Nigerians that when he was governor of Anambra State, he made real promises to fix roads, improve schools, manage public funds wisely, and he delivered. He didn't wait for 8 years to start work. He worked from day one. And when he left billions in reserve, not debt. So when he says, my word is my bond, it is not empty grammar, it's his lifestyle. Now let me ask you again. Can we trust a man based on his track record? Or should we wait until he falls before we believe he meant well? Obi is not pretending that Nigerians trust politicians. In fact, he admits that the trust in our system is broken. People have been lied to so many times. I leave you here to make your comment and tell me what you think about this video. Do you think that Obi is right or wrong? Do you support Soludo or do you support Reuben Abati? Drop it at the comment section. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Give us a like, turn on the bell notification. See you in our next upload. Bye for now.